What are the things that management needs to do in order to make stuff happen?
Well, I think part of that is that you've got to have belief from the top down and the bottom up.
Yes, the bottom up is the crucial one.
Absolutely. It's both. I mean, you can have executives mandating that everybody does SEO training, that everybody does SEO. That's not necessarily going to make all the rank and file want to do SEO.
Right.
You've got to work with the developers, you've got to work with the copy editors, you've got to work with everybody throughout the organization. And you don't just do training for the people that are directly involved with it, just those copy editors, just those developers. You do training for everybody. You work with all the different teams because it really is a part of everybody's function. You might not necessarily think that biz dev needs SEO training. They do. Biz dev are the ones going out there doing partnerships. They need to know what a no-follow link means. They need to know what somebody they're signing a particular contract with might be trying to slip through that could potentially hurt us. HR, if we're hiring new people, they need to know what they need to ask. They need to have...
The other thing, let me interrupt with HR. Here's what's interesting. It would be great if HR knows that we're a proactive SEO company and we look for people who have SEO. I was searching on LinkedIn. Dell has over 500 people with SEO in their LinkedIn profiles who works at Dell right now. How many other companies can actually say that?
Well, but that is also a thing. There was a discussion the other day right here at PubCon about how many people actually have SEO in their title now. It was something ridiculous. It was like 1.3 million. And the thing with that is, in some cases, it's that they know how to spell SEO. Or they've sat through a 1-hour course on SEO, so they put that in there.
But at least they have more knowledge about SEO so that they can do it as part of their job.
Possibly. I mean, if you've taken in a 1-hour SEO course and you've not really applied that, you just kind of like have that basic knowledge and you're not re-upping that, you're not actually working with it.
Yes, but they're going to be more mindful of it than the guy who doesn't have it in their background at all. It's not, they don't have anything in their tool belt, right, related to SEO. So then when you go in and actually start working with them, like the HR, the biz dev, all these other folks, they're like, oh, SEO, okay, let's learn more about that.
Potentially, but that's also why you do need to train your HR team.
Absolutely.
Because your HR team needs to know what to ask them. They need to know what the answer should be. They need to know the buzzwords they should be hearing back. And they need to know, whether this person really does actually understand SEO or whether they just put it on their resume because everybody's looking for SEO.
Yeah, right. Any other departments that you think they need to be working with in particular?
Well, I mean, we actually do train everybody and anybody. I mean, we do specific training for development. We do specific training for writers, copy editors. We do specific training we've done in the past for project managers. We've done executive training. And then we've done these general SEO 101 classes and some more advanced classes that are just open for anybody to attend. I'm now in the analytics organization. We live under the CAO, the Chief Analytics Officer's organization. And as part of that, we are a cross-company team. So we can pretty much work with anybody. But I've done like a 1-hour lunch and learn SEO 101 with the entire analytics organization up in New York. And those guys, they wanted to learn. They were eager to learn. And it's not anything that they're going to necessarily be doing anything with on a daily basis. But they wanted to have that capability. They wanted to be able to, understand what, the emails that go out every week about what we've done.
And how many people do you think you train a year on SEO that are non-SEOs?
Oh, it's quite a lot, actually. I don't have the exact number with me, but I mean, basically, our goal is to train pretty much everybody through the organization. On SEO, easily more than a couple of hundred this year.
Okay, that's
easily.
Great. So it just gives you perspective on how many people you should be training on SEO. I go into a lot of companies and they've trained very few people. They, maybe 40 or 50. But if you're an enterprise level company, you need to be looking at the 200 to 300 mark, probably at a minimum, for who you're training. So when we go into a company, we'll easily train 200 or 300 people.
Well, Huffington Post, they've been doing this since long before they became part of AOL. They do regular trainings. So every 2 weeks there is an SEO training for all the new writers that come on board. Anybody new has to go through that SEO training along with all the other trainings that they do. So pretty much everybody that comes on at Huffington Post, they are SEO trained. So that's quite a lot of people throughout the course of the year.
So how many of you guys actually have a program where anybody that comes on board as part of the onboarding process, you're training them no matter what role they're in? So sometimes we'll see it for like a developer or a writer, but you need to make sure that you're doing it for every role. That's how you develop that proactive SEO culture.
Yeah, and you make that training role specific. I mean, obviously the developers care more about what's going on the architectural side, on the technical side of SEO. Whereas your copy editors, they don't care about your XML sitemaps. They don't care about the robots.txt. They care about the on-page elements. They care about getting their content seen.
Yep. Fantastic. Thank you very much. I think there's plenty for you to be thinking about from that.